Number 13, weaving narratives. And these narratives are so powerful. And the stories that get reported and the stories that do not get reported, just as important. So for example, the most recent, of course, is the fear narrative for COVID and the different Delta strains and all the, the Lambda and, I don't know, all the other Greek alphabet words. Someone posted today a quote from an expert on CNN, and CNN is core to this fear mongering, as is MSNBC. The guy said something like, your child is just waiting for another child to kill them. It was an insane quote. Throughout COVID in the United States, through mid-August of 2021, early August 2021, 424 children died of COVID. That is absolutely tragic. However, these kids, a lot of them had comorbidities. And if you look at it statistically, it is a rounding error compared to the number of kids that are out there and the number of potential situations where you can be exposed. It doesn't even rank anywhere on the list of the biggest risks to kids, like driving. I think it was over 4,000 kids die in car accidents, suicide, and a whole bunch of other things. You don't get to the hundreds until like number 10. So we're talking about an insane narrative. And this is being promoted. Why? Fear passes emergency legislation. So the longer the emergency lasts, the more legislation you can pass. And they don't even hide it. Rahm Emanuel, who was President Obama's chief of staff and then became mayor of Chicago, he famously said, never let a serious crisis go to waste. And they are not letting this one go to waste at all. Another narrative is race, because if you divide people, you conquer them. They're so busy fighting with each other over color, they're not looking at the money or the people with money who are helping weave these narratives that divide us. Same thing with wage gap.
Women make up about half our workforce, but they still make 77 cents for every dollar a man earns.
And women are paid 80 cents on the dollar, black women 61 cents, Native American women 58 cents, Latinas 53 cents.
Women still make only 79 cents for every dollar a man makes.
It took more than 15 months for a woman to earn the same amount that a man made in 12.
The 23-cent gender pay gap is simply the difference between the average earnings of all men and women working full-time. It does not take into account differences in occupation, job tenure, hours worked per week. When all of these factors are taken into consideration, the gap narrows to the point of vanishing. The wage gap myth has been repeatedly discredited, but it will not die.
NPR has done this, so it's not even like some wild theory. The real wage gap, if you control for similar job level and job function and industry, is somewhere between 2 and 7%. Still an issue to be addressed, and there's some theories about why. One big one is, and this is, I think, a Swedish study that said that women don't negotiate raises as aggressively, and they don't switch jobs as often. So, there are logical explanations, and there are ways to address it. But consistently, from Obama to Biden to all of the activists and the media, they continue to say, oh, the wage gap is like 30%, or women get paid 70 cents on dollar. I mean, it's observably untrue, because if I had a company and I could fire all the men and save 30%, I would do it tomorrow. And in fact, women are even better workers in a lot of cases. So you're going to be ahead in terms of performance and in terms of profits. Sign me up. So this is just provably untrue, but it is a tool to achieve an agenda. And this is how elites get their way. And we're fighting over gender now. So we're fighting over race on this front, over gender on the other front. So keep us divided. Keep us divided. Division is distraction.